Princeton Viking fans, I'm here with your Director of Athletics, Gary Croley. Gary, how are we doing today?
Pretty good, Rob. Pretty good.
Boy, I had the distinct pleasure of being associated with you guys at the Sharonville Convention Center on Saturday, and I do a lot of Hall of Fames. That was tops on Saturday.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I contributed all to the team that I work with, Matt Weber and LaToya Luther. They do an excellent job behind the scenes, being able to put something that's of that magnitude together in a short period of time. And we always want to make sure that we honor those where the honor is due. And I think that type of event really gets to showcase some of the greatness that has passed through these hallways and through the doors of Princeton High School.
It just, from the venue, the Sharonville Convention Center, to the just the atmosphere, the frank discussions and the introductions of all the inductees. It was just, and even Vince Harrison, who I've known for years, you know, that whole comedy routine that he had on stage. Gary, it was just a great night.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Again, it wouldn't be anything if we wouldn't have had athletes of that caliber. You're talking about some of the best, not just in high school, but we're talking about some of the best that were rated in that time period in the nation. You know, it was a great honor to not only honor individuals such as Claudia Saunders and the Spencer Wares, but we also honored a team, the 1978 state championship team. It's the only undefeated team that's ever passed through Princeton.
Coach Mancuso seemed very happy Saturday night.
Very happy, very, very happy. I received a call after the banquet, of course, a few days later, and he still was making sure he expressed how happy he was and what a great event it was for not only him, but for his staff and the team.
Yeah, kudos to you guys. Great event.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Great event. Now let's continue to talk about some other things that are great. How about Princeton Viking football?
Oh, wow.
5-1 going into week 7, and it's just got to be fun walking through the halls here. Football seems to set the tone for every high school in the fall, and no exception here.
Absolutely. This the culture, the feel of what you feel in the hallways, in the communities, and of course out there on Friday night. It's just an awesome feeling, and you know, kudos to Coach McLaughlin and his staff, but not only the staff, we're talking boosters, we're talking kids, and as Matt kind of alluded to, it's something that's been trickling down from the varsity level all the way down to even our Little League, all the way down to kindergarten. We're seeing a lot of success with just our Little Vikes and our Lincoln Heights Tigers and our Sharonville Eagles. So I think as a whole, Pat has done a great job.
Yeah, it's been fun, and keep this thing rolling and get into the playoffs, and this place, it may come unglued.
We're ready for it.
Let's talk girls tennis. One of your athletes is setting the bar really high and having great success this year.
Yes, you know, the tennis program as a whole is doing great. They just placed in the upper tier of the GMC tournament. We haven't done that in a long time as a team, but we do have a returning player, Emily Thomas, who's just a junior. Last year she won the state championship with an undefeated record, and currently she's still undefeated. She was just named this weekend GMC Player of the Year, just named this weekend as well as the Greater Cincinnati Athlete of the Year, and today she's actually competing for a sectional title at the ATPs now. So we expect to see her make her trip again to the state championship and see what she can bring home.
That sounds very exciting. Fundraiser-wise, you've got something going on with water polo. Let's share with the fans what's going on with.
Yes, our aquatics program, they're doing a give back night down at Canes, which is located alongside of Tri-County Mall, right off of Kemper Road. So if you stop in on Thursday, 20% of your proceeds goes right to our aquatics program to continue to help build that program and for them to be able to do the things that they do for not only the kids, but for other programs that they're starting to filter up under their umbrella as well.
One of the things that varsity athletes will remember their entire career is senior night. And I know that's coming up as we wind down the fall season. Now, let's talk a little bit about senior night and what's going on with the Vikings.
Sure. We have a lot of kids that come through the program. They start in middle school or even some in elementary, and they work their way. And senior night is just a great night for those that have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of practices, a lot of camps, and it all culminates on one night. And we want to make sure that next week we have Tuesday, our girls soccer program, they celebrate their senior night. Wednesday, our men's soccer program, and as well as our water polo program. and Friday, actually, our football program as well. So we're starting to see some of those athletes that have graced the hallways and have graced the stage of athletics. We're going to send them out with a bang.
Sounds great. Well, before we wrap this, let's at least, I know we're only in week 7 of football, so we've got a few weeks left. Winter sports is right around the corner. For any athlete that's interested in playing winter sports, usually at the high school level, they're clued into what's going on, but I think it's worth mentioning. What's the plan? What do they need to do, and all that kind of good stuff?
Sure. The main thing here is make sure you keep your eyes and ears open. There's a lot of announcements in the morning. There's a lot of announcements after school. There's also flyers in the hallway, kind of giving dates and times of when open gyms and things like that begin, and open bats. However, within the next few weeks, we kind of ramp up that advertisement to make sure that every student does have an opportunity to come out and get prepared and get ready for the winter season.
Sounds great. Well, listen, as always, Gary, thanks for taking the time. Best of luck as you wrap up this fall season, and go Vikes.
Thank you, Rob. Go Vikes.